All right, so I have opened up a brand new Access database. The purpose of this video is to provide an orientation on how to get started in Access, some of the basics, and then we'll get into modifying the contacts database to suit our needs for soldier management in future videos. So left-hand side of the screen, home, new, objects, and open. At the top of the screen, you've got some templates. There are additional templates if you click on the new button. Down in the bottom is account information, some feedback, and then options. We'll come back to options later on and as we get into interacting with the Access database. So clicking on new pulls up the blank database, types of databases that you have leveraged in the past in terms of templates, and the type of database that we're currently looking to leverage is the contacts database. The reason that this is being leveraged for this project is that it has some integration points with Outlook that we can leverage, and for some reason I can't seem to figure out how to do the same kinds of integrations with just a regular blank database. So we'll create a new contacts database. We're going to call this the Soldier Manager Database, and we'll note that it's version 1.0 and create it. Let's take a couple of seconds to go through generating the template for our use and provide us with some nice features up front that we'll use as our starting baseline. Whenever you open up a database that has macros in it, or code that runs and needs to be enabled, you'll see this yellow security bar at the top of it. In this case, you'll need to enable the content so that the database can function as designed. What that was doing was by enabling the content, you now have the welcome splash screen showing up as the database is getting opened up, and the features and functions that are associated with it are now enabled by that capability. Behind the scenes, this checkbox is being stored in the settings, and so as a user, it knows that if you uncheck that box, it changes the setting here, and that will then not trigger this splash screen to open up the next time you come into the database. These are standardized YouTube videos and websites that Microsoft runs. And we're going to click on this Getting Started button, which will open up this, the main list that this database uses. So from a quick orientation perspective of Access, you've got tables. They are very similar to Excel. And I'll open up one of them where you've got rows or records, as Access calls them, along with fields, equivalency of columns. Columns or fields can be resized. You can use the columns to sort, filter by different values. You can reorder them to different locations within the table themselves. Each table is designed to hold one database records piece of information, and we'll talk about database normalization later on. So you've got tables storing records of information. Queries are the compilation of one or multiple tables, and we'll talk about how they work in future videos, but you can put formulas in them to join information together. Queries can also be allow you to join multiple tables together, tables worth of information together. And then you can also set criteria like only looking for certain data elements, kind of like filtering, but a little bit different. The next element within Access are forms. Forms allow you to interact with tables or queries of information. And so this contact list form allows you to put information into the contacts table. And in addition to that, it's also got some nice, cool features that allow you to create contacts in your local Outlook and bring information from Outlook into your database. So it allows you to save a little bit of time. So we'll talk about how those work later. These are all triggered off of macros, and I'll show you that in the future videos. We've additionally got a way from one form to open up another form to do additional data entry. Forms have the ability to do drop-down lists. In addition to that, you've got the ability to create drop-downs in tables. I'll show you that again in the future. So next piece that you've got is reports. So reports are nothing more than selected fields from the tables or queries displayed on a document. And then you can export the document and send it to people or print things out if you want to. Macros allow you to do steps within the process. So as an example, if we were to open up this macro here, you can see that it executes the first step in the process of opening up the contacts database. And if we were to go into design view on that macro, you see the steps that it goes through of opening the form and then checking the settings to make sure that it needs to display the welcome form. The last piece of Access objects are called Visual Basic modules. And this takes a couple of seconds to open up. And so Visual Basic has the capability of doing things that are a little bit more complex than macros. In this instance here, and I'll show you this functionality in a second. It opens a live map based on the address string that you provide to it. So if you provide city, state, zip, country, and then click a button, what it's going to do is map that location for you and show it to you on the internet. And so that, again, different ways of interacting with the information. Show you that functionality in action. Put my name out there. And to get to the map information on the user, we'd go here and let's say it's 123 Main Street in the city of Alexandria, Virginia. And let's say USA. Click to map. That will then open up on my computer a brand new internet tab and attempt to plot that location. Pull it over from the other screen. And there it is.